not too tight, is it?
No, feels fine.
Try walking with it.
Try the other one.
Now you say you're lonely. You cry the whole night through.
Prost. Top breeders recommended.
Paul Squire, Esquire, with special guest Mari Wilson, tomorrow at 8:20 on BBC1.
On BBC1 now, it's your turn, with the help of Barry Took.
Good evening. Well, it's been festival time here at the BBC. Is it not? 60 years of children's programmes they were celebrating, and they called the programme charting those 60 years In Front of the Children. Mrs. Baldwin of Leeds wrote,
How disappointed I was with Wednesday night's programme In Front of the Children. I wanted to see more Andy Pandy, Muffin the Mule, Wooden Tops and other similar programmes. Please try to give us viewers another showing of these wonders.
and this came from Wanda and David Garner of Llanrwst, Gwynedd.
We're writing to say how terribly sad we were not to see lots more of our favourites tonight. We were so looking forward to seeing our old friends, especially Andy Pandy, Muffin the Mule, the Wooden Tops and Bill and Ben. Why so little?
John Silk of Huncote, Leicester, tells me,
I'd rather watch Andy Pandy and the Clangers, etc., than watch some OAPs talk about them.
come now, you'll be old yourself one day. But so it goes. C.D. Curtis of Truro asks for
longer clips of the actual programme.
And we've had a letter from Arthur the Caterpillar, who infests Hemel Hempstead, as the regular viewers would know, writes to us frequently. In Front of the Children came as a great disappointment. Failed to tell us exactly what all those well-loved characters are doing today. Has, for example, the weed defected to ITV in search of greener pastures, or did the gardener do the decent thing and give it a dose of paraquat? And did Bill and Ben ever get round to investing their money in an elocution school? But more important than any of these questions is, where is Hammy Hamster? Is the Alan Wicker of the rodent world still alive, or has he been torn limb from limb by a passing vulture? I'm very worried. Would that a passing vulture have seen Arthur the Caterpillar. But Robert Kirstein of Nottingham calls the programme
brilliant
and says of In Front of the Children,
I think it's one of the best documentaries that the BBC has ever produced.
Robert Kirstein is 11, and as it's people of around that age who make up the bulk of viewers to children's programmes, I think we'll leave it there and move on to Tales of the Gold Monkey. But before that, last week we quoted some views on Bergerac, and our correspondents were, well, a bit anti. This week the letters of defence have poured in. This one is from Colin Wyatt of Canby Island.
Dear Barry Took, on the subject of Bergerac, absolutely pathetic. No, not the programme, but the comments by the viewers on this week's points of view. If they're really so naive as to decide against holidaying in Jersey because of the criminal element shown in what we in our family find a well-made and enjoyable fictional series, then I suggest they also stay away from London, Minder, The Professionals, Hawaii, Hawaii Five-0, Amsterdam, Van der Valk, New York, Kojak, San Francisco, Streets of San Francisco, Los Angeles, Starsky and Hutch, Rockford Files.
You mean London, New York, Amsterdam and the rest are safe?
To the contrary of the views expressed, we find the series...
Bergerac, remember?
We find the series an excellent advertisement for Jersey and look forward to our first visit.
Me too. Never been. Been asked. Couldn't make it. One day. Now, Tales of the Gold Monkey. Sally, of Norwich, complains that we never mention it and says,
I simply cannot believe that nobody else has written to you about the best escape from reality for an hour that the BBC or ITV has to offer.
Well, we did quote several views on the programme when it first appeared, and even had a photograph of dog Jack on the desk. He's amazing, that dog. Here's Maureen Ireland of Hemel Hempstead on the subject of the episode called The Ape Boy.
I've always felt that inflicting an eye patch on poor Jack could cause mental strain, but this episode shows clear evidence of schizophrenia. Jack was supposed to be hiding aboard a boat with the ape boy who had been